All my stress. Check it out. Yo. Feel the rhythm on the bass mark. Man up. Feel the rhythm on the bass mark. Hip and the woman come from run best me. Man up. Man up.
Okay, guys, it is me, your coach, Adisa Rains, the founder of Alpha Empath Universe, and we are going to be discussing my second teaching narrative, which is authenticity. I have my students. They are part of Dragon Hearted Tantra Healing Art School, and they are going to be your new coaches within this group. If you want to know who I approve to coach, if you don't see their face up in here, I ain't sent them. Let me repeat that. If you don't see they faces up in here, I ain't sent them. Now listen, I have several other coaches that are training up under me. But these right here are the leaders. And that is the reason why they're on this call with me. Okay. So hello. Her name is Fajija. Fajija, I just messed up your whole entire name. Y'all, look, I messed Fajija Patterson. Hey girl, I messed up your name, but that's okay. I absolutely adore you. Now listen. Spirit gave me a great, awesome revelation about authenticity. You see, I had to look that word up in the Hebrew. I always study word etymology. And the word to be authentic means to be your real self with no intention of deceit. You see, there's one thing when you're fake and when you're intending to deceive somebody. Empaths typically don't roll in inauthenticity like that. That's not how they be fake. They be fake by trying to be somebody else, to please someone else, to make them happy, to make them feel loved. But it has no intention of deceit at all. But when you bow down your soul, when you bow down your spirit to serve another person, that is inauthentic. Your spirit must be upright. You can't be alpha empath unless you are upright. Like, I talk about sex all the time. I actually teach a course. I'm about to teach it in the next 10 minutes. It's called, I call it DMT, Divine Mate Teachings, okay? And we believe in this group in your head and your heart being married. We believe in that. And we believe in this group that you can't be authentic until you have a divine union within you. If your heart is not married to your head, if your heart is over there always chasing somebody else, looking for love, you are going to stay fake. See, people say that they hate fake people, but they're talking about fake people that are intending to deceive you. I'm going to repeat it again. That's not how empaths roll. Empaths ain't trying to deceive nobody. We be fake because we believe that loving somebody else is greater than love for ourselves. And this is a fallacy. See, I'm going to tell you like Joshua said, I'm going to love Adisa with all my heart and with all my mind and lean not to my own understanding. That's what I'm going to do. And all my ways acknowledge her, and she's going to direct my path. You see, we all have divine spark in us. We all have God within us. And we have to have a personal experience with divine spark. Too many people are trying to have a personal experience vicariously through Yahshua, through Jesus, through Buddha. We don't believe in that up in here. We want you to have your own personal experience, because if you don't get personally intimate with the divine spark that is within you, you will continue to stay inauthentic. That is why we preach it over and over and over up in here. Unless you're authentic, divine spark cannot express itself in the way that it wants to express itself. The vision, the heart-centered vision that you were assigned to express in this universe will never come to fruition, because you believe that serving man is better than serving the God within. And we just don't believe that. So I'm going to ask my students, my little junior coaches up in here. Does anybody want to give me their own definition of what they believe, what it means to be authentic? Now, I've told y'all what it means for me. You can be inauthentic and be trying to love somebody and still be fake as fuck. Wearing a mask, doing some shit. Like when I was pretending like I was submissive, that was me being inauthentic. When I was pretending like me being a mother was going to be enough to fulfill me, that was me being inauthentic. When I was pretending like working on that job to support my family was going to be enough for me, that was me being inauthentic. Anybody else in here wants to tell of about a time that they were inauthentic? And y'all know we got to start the next class, so be fucking quick. Shit. Oh, we cuss up in here too, y'all. We cuss hard. We don't cuss light. We cuss hard up in here. Okay, now go ahead. Go ahead.
All
Anybody else?
right.
Okay,
Oh,
go
go
ahead.
ahead.
No, it's fine.
Okay, so yes, I was inauthentic with my first husband, and that only lasted 18 months. Cause baby, I was sitting on the couch one day like, TK, this ain't you. So here's the thing: I felt a whole ball of knot in my stomach one day, and it was just twisting and turning. It was spirit saying, "If you don't get your ass up out of this mud, this ain't you. Everybody wants you to do this, do that. You better do what you want to do." That is how I became TK with that, with the red mohawk, because
Yeah,
this is me. You
that's
know what I'm
her.
saying?
I get that, TK. In my first marriage, my husband, my ex-husband, he actually loved my hair. I had this huge afro. And it would be too motherfucking much. He didn't have to like blow it out. He had to braid it. He had to do all of that shit. It was a
That
lot
part.
and it was thick. So I got dreadlocks. And then my dreadlocks got to be too motherfucking much. So I kept wanting to shave my head off. I just didn't want to deal with my hair. But I kept it because I was like, I'm married and he likes it. So what he wants from me is better than what I want from me. That
I
was
did
how
that too with
I
my
was doing
hair.
it too. And
Yep.
that actually causes so much trauma. That actually causes depression.
Yep.
Uh it causes something else if you do it long enough, and if your family does it long enough, it's gonna cause bipolar. But I'm gonna leave that shit alone because y'all don't want to hear what the fuck I gotta say. So
I want to talk about that because I think sometimes when we mask for so long to make everybody else comfortable, that is exactly what will happen. And that
Yep.
literally happened to me 2 years ago, where sitting in the facility, like I looked up, I remember sitting in the bed once and just looking up, unmedicated, and just thinking like, you're here not because you drove yourself here based off of your own actions. You're here because you've been carrying everybody else's bricks, everybody else's bags. You're trying to make everybody else comfortable with your journey of awakening or being asleep. And you got to do something. You got to do something different. And most importantly, you got to put yourself first. And that's exactly what I've done for the last 2 years, even leading up to this, coming into this recording with my other Alpha Empath, like fighting to be me. That's what it means to be authentic. Knowing what you like, what you don't like, what serves you, what doesn't serve you. Most importantly, what is contributing, you know what I'm saying, to that heart-centered business. If it takes away from my heart-centered business, if it makes me second guess what I got going on with my heart-centered business, guess what? I remove myself. I'm looking around at people like, you know what? You're not even heart-centered. And that's what authentic means. Being so true, no matter if somebody's paying you or not, you're going to do it. Showing up consistently because it's something that you really want for you, opposed to wanting to like stay in the whole blame game and, oh, I had a bad childhood. Honey, when are you going to step up and do you? So you have to be authentic. You got to be genuine. You have to be pure. Like this right here, this me. So like if somebody was to come up to you and say, oh no, Toya, she, she's real raw and this, that, and other. Somebody say, oh no, she's well put together. That's the person, that latter perception of me is what I'm getting rid of. Not to say that being put together is a bad thing. It's only a bad thing when
If it
you
ain't you.
can't recognize it.
Right.
When
I
you
like that.
run from
What
looking in
the
the mirror every day, because looking in the mirror,
Yes.
you're going to see beyond the makeup, be the hair weaves, the lies, the procrastination, all of that. So being authentic forces you to be real. Number one, with you first. That's what the whole thing is about. And then once you're real with you first and you can hear you and see you then it don't matter. You get to that point where you could care less what anybody else is clapping and supporting or affirming in you. And that's what it's about, being an authentic alpha empath.
I love that, Toya. You gave me goosebumps, honey. You made your coach proud, honey. You sure did. Now listen, you guys. Here's another thing that you need to understand about our universe. I cuss all of my students out. Have I cussed all of y'all out?
Mm-hmm. Yes, me multiple times.
So lovingly, though.
Yes, but I cussed them out hard. And I know how to do it in love. Because here's the thing, it don't matter how much I fucking love you. It don't matter how much I want you to thrive because I love you. If you don't reach that frequency of authenticity, I'm not going to carry you on my motherfucking back, because that's not loving to me. So I'm going to cuss you the fuck up. I'm going to cuss you up to get your goddamn attention, to tell you that you need to start believing that you deserve more for you.
Right. Amen.
You got to start believing that authenticity is the frequency of compassion.
Yep.
It is what creates everything else. You have to embrace your authenticity. And when you come up into Alpha Empath universe with that fake shit, and I'm not talking about being fake to be deceitful. I'm talking about being fake to please your family, please your spouse, please your children, please your job, and you get cussed the fuck out. You need to understand that it's coming from a place of love.
Right.
That is the end of our 10-minute video. I have divine unions, divine mate trainings to teach right now and coach right now. We do that every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. CST. The cost of that class is $75 a month, and I teach it every Wednesday. If you want to attend, all you got to do is hit me up, and I'll send you over an invoice. We love you guys, and we'll talk to you soon. Students, y'all know what we got to do. I'll meet y'all on Zoom, okay? Bye-bye, guys.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.